Alright, look. Hit the like button. Hit the sub button. Hit the notification bell. You understand me? Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Join this Fisk Unit army and get Fisk Unit tough. Listen, I'm pro player. I'm always pro player. I want all our players to get paid. As much as Leonard Williams was a one-hit wonder with the Giants, I said pay him. I didn't know if he was going to do it again. Now, it turns out that Leonard Williams is that dude. But when we got him, he had a great contract year. And he wanted mad money. And I said, pay him. You got to pay him. Daniel Jones, pay him. You got to pay him. When Odell Beckham was here, I said, pay him. You got to pay him. Saquon Barkley, I said it all off season till I heard he wanted 16, 17 million. I said, pay him. Giants fans, didn't I say that? Didn't I open the offseason up by saying we don't have a receiver? We don't have a tight end pre-Waller. Pay him. You got Daniel Jones, you got Saquon. That's the offense. Pay them both. Didn't I say that? But at some point, even a guy like me who's pro player and wants to see his players get paid, I got to draw a line in the sand with the organization. If the organization is offering Saquon $13-14 million annually, and he over here crying and bitching about $3 million, let him walk. If the Giants' best offer was $19.5 million guaranteed, and Saquon doesn't want to budge because he wants an extra $3 million guarantee, let him go. Let him walk. Why is Saquon better than Daniel Jones? Is Daniel Jones the highest paid player in his position? No. Why is Saquon Barkley more important than Dexter Lawrence? Is he better than Dexter Lawrence in his position? No. Dexter Lawrence, is he getting paid more than Quentin Williams? Is Dexter Lawrence getting paid more than Aaron Donald? Is Dexter Lawrence going to start the season paid more than Chris Jones? No. So why does Saquon have to reset the market at his position? For what? Running backs are getting paid pennies right now. If we cut Saquon today and took that tag off of him, nobody's giving him $13-14 million. He's 6 months younger than Dalvin Cook. He is 6 months younger than Dalvin Cook. And Dalvin Cook wants 9 and can't get it. Dalvin Cook wants 9 and can't get it. Kareem Hunt's a free agent. Miles Sanders got $6 million. Didn't Jamal Williams got less than that, and he led the league in touchdowns. Ain't no running back for markets out here. I don't understand it. I could see if the Giants was lowballing this dude saying, yo, take $10 million a year, $11 million. I get it. But if you're getting paid, let me phrase that. If you're getting offered anywhere from $4 to $8 million above market value, take it. Nobody's giving Saquon that. The Bills wanted to trade for Saquon until they found out how much he's asking for. The Chiefs wanted to trade for Saquon until they found out how much he's asking for. The Bears were interested in Saquon until they found out how much he's asking for. And then the Giants couldn't trade him because nobody wants to pay Saquon that money. Nobody wants to negotiate with Saquon for that dollar amount. He was offered 13 at the buy. He turned it down. And then he started to stink up the joint the last half of the year. You know, I don't know who it is, but somebody in my comment section, I don't know who said it. I don't know where I heard this from, but somebody said, do you think that it becomes a pride situation with Dable and Shane? Even Daniel Jones a little bit, because for some strange reason, Saquon Barkley got all the credit for that 9-win season last year. They gave Saquon Barkley all the credit. It wasn't about Daniel Jones. It really wasn't about Brian Dable. It was Saquon and the Giants. Saquon and the Giants. Joe Shane, is there a possibility that Joe Shane, Daniel Jones, Brian Dable, in the back of their mind, not saying that they don't like Saquon, they love Saquon, but would they shed a tear if he sat out? Wouldn't they? Don't you think Dable and Kafka would prefer to throw the ball and get the credit they deserve? Don't you think Daniel Jones can't wait to unleash those burners we got because we want to throw the ball down the field? Do you think it's possible that the Giants offensive staff is like, we're more than Saquon. We're not the Saquon. We're not the Saquon 5. I mean, for real, it's you know, it's Michael Jackson and the Jackson 5. It's not Saquon and the Giants 5. It's not that. This team is not built around Saquon. It's not. And every Giants fan who watches this team every Sunday knows that. If Saquon was so great, we'd make the playoffs in 2021. If Saquon was so great, Daniel Jones wouldn't have had his best season in the pandemic year. Remember when the Eagles tanked on national television? Remember Daniel Jones beat the Cowboys at 1 o'clock? All the Eagles had to do was finish off the Washington Commanders and we would have won the division and made the playoffs in 2020. Remember Daniel Jones was a game out of the wild card in 2021 when he hurt his neck versus the Eagles and Saquon couldn't win us a game going down the stretch. Saquon had 6 games without Daniel Jones and didn't win one. I saw what Daniel can do without Saquon. And we also saw what Saquon can do without Danny. Nothing. If Saquon was worth the money he was asking for, we would have crossed the 50 more without Daniel Jones. If Saquon was worth the money he was asking for on 3rd and short, we wouldn't have been taking QB sneaks. We got to hold Saquon accountable. He wants money because he thinks he's this elite running back, but he don't equate to winning. He doesn't. He sells a lot of jerseys. He makes a highlight play every now and again, but he's not leading us to glory. And if it sounds personal with me, it kind of is, because for years I've had to hear Saquon this, Saquon that. Oh, we're going to feature Saquon. We're going to throw the ball to Saquon. And every year he does shit. He gets injured. Or he comes back too fast and he's not performing right because he's injured. Or last year he drops a wide open ball versus the Cowboys on Thanksgiving that could have went for a touchdown. If Saquon was so great, if Saquon was that dude, he would have led us to more victories. He didn't do that. I've seen Danny without Saquon. We didn't miss a beat. And I've seen Saquon without Danny. We can't cross the 50. You're a running back. You don't need some offensive genius to get you. I can understand Daniel Jones being stunted by Freddie Kitchens and Jason Garrett. I can understand Daniel Jones' growth being stunted. But you're a running back. Put the ball in your belly and figure it out. Saquon Barkley don't need some offensive mastermind. He don't need Mike Martz to go off. There was no excuse for him. Derrick Henry doesn't have the best offensive line. What's my man name? Josh Jacobs in Vegas didn't have the best offensive line. Ask Derek Carr how good that offensive line is in Vegas. And he still led the league in rushing. So there's no excuse for Saquon Barkley to have played as poor as he's played a majority of his career in New York. You're a good stat, bad team guy. There's a lot of players that put up good stats on bad teams. You know what great players do? They lead bad teams to victory. If Saquon was good, if Saquon was great, the Giants would have won more. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to take your advice. Everybody who says the Giants are Saquon a bust. Well, how come we busted so much? If the Giants are Saquon a bust, and I'm going to take you with your word that Daniel Jones is trash, Brian Dable's overrated, our wide receivers are nothing. If I take the media's word and say we are Saquon Barkley a bust, why we bust so much? How come Saquon ain't putting us on his back? Answer that question. And this dude out here holding out. And, I want to be a Giant for life. I want to be with this organization. It means so much to me to be a Giant. Shut up, nigga. No, it don't. Good, because if it did, you would be flexible with your negotiation. Daniel Jones wanted 48. He settled for 40. What are we talking about? Saquon's an idiot. He's not getting 10 mil next year. He's not. He's dumb. He should have took that money. Hey, Saquon, you going to stay healthy next year, bro? You barely made it through this year. What was it, your shoulder, your neck? What was wrong with you this year? Or would you think you're going to have a better year this year than last year? Now that we got Darren Waller, we draft Jalen Hyatt, we bring in Paris Campbell, Darius Slayton is feeling great. All the reports I heard out of OTAs and shit. You really think they're going to give you the ball, Saquon? Let's call a spade, Saquon. You really think they're going to feature you next year, bro? They already phased you out of the offense the last half of last year. What you think they're going to do knowing you want a bag and you playing hardball with the organization? You think they finna give you the ball so you can make your case that you want more money? Are you stupid or dumb? How dumb can a nigga be? I mean, for real, like, come on. Like, what do you... like, what do you... Come on, man. Come on, man. At some point, bro, dumb shit happens to dumb people because dumb people do dumb shit. Greed is a hell of a drug, man. Greed is a hell of a drug. I ain't got nothing else to say about the situation. It is what it is. I don't care when he comes back. Eric Gray season. Y'all know the vibes. That's it. That's all. Subscribe to the unit if you rocking with me. My name is Fist Vegas, and I approve this message.